morning, YouTube family. It's your boy Dwight. Welcome back to the channel, Silverback Siage. Hope all is well with everybody. First off, do me a huge favor. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe, and hit that bell icon so you can be notified when I post new content. Well, with summer being right nipping at our heels as of right now, actually being the first day, official day, June 20th, y'all know I couldn't allow that season to come upon us without giving you a designer version of what I'm going to be reaching for this summer and a niche being next week. Designer time. Keep it locked. Well, let's get straight down to business. Now, today's list, I'm not going to spend a lot of time on notes. Just going to let you know what I'll be reaching for and give you a little bit of a rundown on what I think of that fragrance and maybe a little bit of a description on when I would actually wear it. This first one is actually an honorable mention because it's fairly new to the collection. I haven't actually got a chance to take this one and practice with it out in the high heat, but that's Lattafa Sublime. Very, very popular in the fragrance community. But what you get with this one here, to make it wrap it up in a nutshell, is you actually get fruit punch with this one here. So you got some fruity nuances in that opening, mixing in with a little bit of a sweet, jammy type of rose. But as it dries down, it gives you a little bit of a creamy, musky vibe. And if I'm not mistaken, there might be a woody note in there, but it's not real prevalent. So between the fruits and the rose, Sublime is an awesome new addition to the collection from Lattafa, and I'm looking forward to putting it to use in the heat. So first one within the top 10, and I didn't realize I had never really did a full review on this one, which I'm not going to do it right now, or maybe if not ever, because it's been out forever, but that's Bleu de Chanel Eau de Parfum. And now at your 10th spot, everybody's heard of this, everybody smelt this. What I actually get with this one here, this is one of those daily driver type of scent profiles that everybody's heard of. You get some citruses. When it comes to the citruses, what reigns supreme is the grapefruit lemon combo in that opening, but you also get a little bit of mint that weaves itself in there, and also some a little bit of smokiness because it has an incense accord in here and a little bit of woods within that dry down and an ambery vibe, so you get your little warm sweetness. uh Staple within the fragrance community. Been out for a little while now, but it's one of those ones that's like blind reach worthy. You can just grab this and go. You ain't even got to give it no thought. Next one, and new to my designer fragrance countdown for the summer, Lacoste 1212 Eau Fraiche. Love the bottle. Great smelling fragrance here. But what you get with this one here, you get an aquatic vibe and you get a very unique limoncello note within this fragrance. It's one that you can spray and go. I got me a little bitty bottle because I happened to run into it in a Marshalls one day, and I was like, man, this is one of those ones that I hadn't smelled, but I will say it smells awesome in the heat. And potentially, I forgot I had it in my collection, but I picked it up one night fresh out the shower and gave it a spray. And even though that particular scenario don't necessarily do this scent profile no justice, but it does smell awesome. But that limoncello vibe is something that I've never ever experienced in a fragrance thus far in my collecting journey, and it has a cedarwood woody dry down. Excellent for the summer. Next one, what's that? 10-9. This is at the 8th spot. Missoni Wave. One that I never heard really talked about just going in and out of regular department stores or the mall, but will be in heavy rotation this summer. Now, what you get with this one here is fresh. It's aquatic. You do get some citrus in there. Within the top notes, that mandarin orange reigns supreme, but you do have a very marine, aquatic vibe that lasts throughout the entirety of this fragrance being on your skin. And as it begins to dry down, you get a little oak moss, vetiver, kind of hay-like, woody nuance toward the end. But that mandarin orange smells awesome, and for the scent profile and the price that you actually pay for this one, as long as you buy it on discounters, I believe it's awesome. So if you see this one in any of your Burlingtons or your Marshalls or Ross, you got to get you one of these. Next one, a staple in my summer rotation for designers, and that's Rasasi Hawass. Amazing scent profile that's talked about daily, all day long on TikTok. beginning to be crazy popular within the fragrance community. But what you get with this one here, you get an opening of that apple and bergamot mixture there. So you get some apple, you get some bergamot. But what I find very, very unique for this to be a citrus scent, and I wonder how it compares to like a Louis Vuitton Imagination. This one has a unique scent in the opening of cinnamon. So for cinnamon to pop up in a summer scent profile, as far as my knowledge is, kind of rare. But people may realize how mass appealing cinnamon mixing with fruits and then having like a aquatic melon mid leading to that uh, ambergris and musk dry down. How unique it is one thing that makes this one here want to always be in my summer rotation, and it's easy for me to reach for it because it's mass appealing. You can spray this and you won't offend anybody, but it definitely got some strength too with the ambergris in that dry down. Next one, and also new to the summer rotation, which is one that should have been in one of my videos. Acqua di Gio Absolute. While rumored to be discontinued, as you can see, my juice level in this bottle is little left in there. So I've actually had this one years before I started a YouTube channel. An amazing scent profile, but the twist for this one is within the Acqua di Gio family, to me, is strongly representative or actually resemblant to the Aqua, um, the I'm trying to think of the fragrance that it really resembles. But what you get is a lot of woods within some C notes, some pear and bergamot in that opening. As it begins to dry down, you get a tonka bean slash labdanum uh, woody vibe down the stretch, hence the woody top. But it's the Invictus Aqua 2016 or 2018 DNA that this one kind of represents, which strayed away from that typical Acqua di Gio scent profile where it's all aquatics and all about fresh fruits. This one here has some of that, but it mixes in that Invictus Aqua DNA. That's what the fragrance I was looking for there. Excellent. I think I'm going to actually buy me another bottle before it runs out and before it gets fully discontinued. Next one. And that's from Dolce & Gabbana, Light Blue Forever. Another one rumored to be getting discontinued along with the Italian Love Flanker. But the biggest difference between this one and the Italian Love Flanker, you get a very rindy grapefruit in this one here, but it sticks to the rindy grapefruit opener versus the Italian Love one having that bergamot kind of be a little bit more to the forefront for the opening. This one here sticks with some of that spice in rindy grapefruit, but as it dries down, it's a little bit ozonic, but you get some patchouli and musk in that dry down that really comes to the forefront. The violet leaf hanging around in the middle, but it's never just overly overwhelming. Now this one here is a acquired taste for some people. Either you like that grapefruit opening or you don't. Not too many people are in the middle, but to me it smells excellent in the heat, performs well in the heat. So as far as that sun beating down on it, it's gonna perform. But also it's just extremely unique. Nothing I'd ever experienced grapefruit in an opening of any other fragrance. Next one, and new to the list, new to the collection, but definitely has its place. Jean Paul Gaultier Le Beau Le Parfum. Now this one here, mm, 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 extremely hard to find here in the States, especially here in Kansas City, because you can't find the Le Beau Le Parfum or the Eau de Toilette here consistently in store. When they do have it in stock, it's gone like that. I actually was blessed to be able to find this one on a cruise. I actually got off on one of the ports and they had one bottle left for sale on, I believe it was Grand Turk when I got off and found one bottle and I had to get it right there on the spot. But what you get with this one is sweet, it's pineapple, it's iris, and a coconut vibe that reigns supreme throughout the whole fragrance. So you get that tropical vibe, perfect for traveling, perfect for actually getting a chance to see the world or do your family vacation or even your anniversary vacation or just a vacation on your own. When you got a shirt on like I'm got on right now, you doing some fun in the sun and it actually getting a chance to enjoy the elements out in the summer. This is one you need in heavy rotation, but it's hard to find. But I recommend everybody get their hands on this one. Next one, a regular within summer list out here, but it's hard to pass up on putting this in your list, and that's Dior Homme Cologne. This one here got hot weather written all over it. Best way for me to describe it, though, it's a summertime staple, of course. But what you get with this one here, you get citrus in that opening. It's a little bit of a fresh vibe and a fruitiness that goes throughout this whole fragrance here. The lemon note in here is to die for. But the best way to describe it, this is like a freshly poured glass of sweet lemonade. When it's burning up, scorching hot outside, you spending some time out there almost feeling dehydrated, this fragrance right here will definitely put a smile on your face and everybody around you. My only knock for this fragrance is I get about that 4 or 5 hour range as far as performance, and then you got to reapply. But just buy you a big old bottle and maybe take you a decant, if not the bottle with you, reapply it, and it got you covered. At the number 2 spot, very, very unique scent profile, Chanel Allure Homme Edition Blanche. Now this one here, another one that's kind of hard to find, at least here in Kansas City. But most stores have kind of stopped carrying this one. But you had to get it online. This one here was another one that I, like the year before's cruise, I bought it actually on the ship. Because they sell fragrances in their little boutique there on the boat. I got it and didn't regret it. Blind buy worthy, in my humble opinion, especially when it comes to hot weather. But what I get from it, it smells like a lemon meringue pie. That's the best way for me to describe it. So that lemon and bergamot in that opening is unmatched as far as the combination and how it leads to creaminess with the sandalwood and that Madagascan vanilla that's in that dry down. So you get that lemon blast, but it's creamy also from the very beginning. It gives you a summertime gourmand presence. And that's extremely rare to me, in my humble opinion, when it comes to fragrances. But maybe I just need to smell some more things. But that's another reason why I feel that this one is not only essential for you to have in the summer, you can be unique. And very few people are going to smell like you, especially if they're not really into the fragrance community where they're watching videos to even have heard of this version of Chanel Allure Homme. And last but not least, at the number 1 spot, Citron, Lemon, Grapefruit, in Terre de Mes Eau Givre. Now this one here has those notes that I just named off, but it also has a mineral note in here and some vetiver that makes it a very, very masculine but effective scent profile within the summer. But those mineral notes mix with that citron note where that grapefruit and lemon really, really mesh really, really well with a little bergamot in the background, to me provides like a cooling sensation to beat the heat. So when you out there, it's smoking hot, sweltering, you trying to find you something cold to drink, a nice outfit that looks good, but also allows you to still be cool while you out having some fun in the sun, or as the youngsters say these days, being outside, that scent profile is not only unique, but it's going to provide a little bit of relief, at least as far as your scent profile and your mind is concerned, out there to beat the heat. Now, in your humble opinion, what other fragrances should I get my nose on potentially for next year's summer list within the designer realm? Because one thing that I'm starting to run into when it comes to designer purchases, as far as this channel is concerned, versus niche, designer fragrances are starting to not be that creative. So a lot of these scent profiles that made this list might have could have got bumped if there was a fleet of new fragrances on the market that was very creative, that didn't all start smelling the same. So let me know in the comments what you think, what could have been added to the list, what you've been getting your nose on, or if you haven't smelled the majority of these, I recommend you get your nose on them. But that's my time. Peace.